Listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're involved right now. It's crazy. It's loud. It's hectic. We're in New York City. But I want you to listen to the No Holds Barred Network.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network with another episode of the Wrestle Forum Podcast. I'm your stressed out host, as always. I can't even do it. I just can't even do it today. So on the EVP of Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, Tiffany, and it's Ladies Night. So how better of a way to have Lady Night with my ladies? We got the Brooklyn Wolf of Makeup, April. What's going on?
Yo, you see that highlight though? Like I'm so happy. Like my makeup's like so on point today, so I'm so excited for tonight.
And then we have the Queen of Any. How are you?
Hey, boo-boo. Listen, I told you I was coming to this chat lit, so I'm 2 drinks in. I got a fresh one cracked. I cannot wait to hang with my girls. Let's go. I
love it. So it looks like, guys, please let me know. There's a reason why I am your stressed out hostess always. We're going to add that to my list of names. So guys, let me know in the chat if everything is okay, please, because I just can't anymore. I'm so over this streaming shit. Like, I just can't. So just let me know in the chat, because there's a whole bunch of you guys in there. Just let me know if everything's good. So, I mean, it seems good on my end. So, but anyway, here at Wrestle Forum, anything happens. So we're pretty much, yeah, Ray, another name for her to get right, but not, sorry, Ray, sorry. Okay, you got to give me a little bit because I'm drinking a little bit with you guys today. So, but I love it. I love it. So here on Wrestle Forum, we have peeps come over, we hang out, we talk wrestling, or anything goes. So if you got stuff that you want us to talk about in the chat, drop it in the chat. We'll talk about it. But I mean, I think we should talk about April's highlight though, because she's excited, and I know how she is about her highlight.
$5, only $5 for this shit.
I think this.
I don't understand. Like, I love my makeup stuff, but I am like a drugstore queen. I don't like to spend money, so if I could buy something affordable to look this poppin', like the majority of this look, like 95% of it is drugstore. Like,
yes, queen.
See,
I don't need to go to Sephora and spend $200 on shit. Like, I just go to friggin' Rite Aid, be like, yo, this is cute. As long as you got the right brushes, the right setting spray, you're good, people. You're good.
Girl, that Wet n Wild highlight, the Wet n Wild highlight, do not sleep on it. Isn't it so good? See? I knew it right away. I saw it on your face. I'm like, I know what that is.
I feel so like proud now because like now I'm going out like more. Like I'm already like makeup, but like now like forget. I can't even talk to April because like she like if I show her something, she's like buy it, and I'm like, but it's this price. I'm gonna no buy it. Then she'll go into like, no man. She goes drugstore.
I will buy you coupons.
Yes. I love a coupon queen.
Serious. Hey, look, you got to do what you got to do. I'll tell you a story though. I went years ago. I went with a friend. We went to I forgot where. We went to some sort of Italian restaurant. Right. I had a coupon. All right. I think it was something like buy one get one half or something. I don't know. Whatever it was. So I said to my friend, let's go check out this restaurant. We've never been there. I have a coupon for it. Let's go. Yo, she got so embarrassed when I threw the coupon down. And I'm like, why are you being embarrassed for this right now? And she was like...
Listen, I love my coupons.
Like, we need to, like... Hey, listen.
You people don't bet you any money she uses that eBay's recruiting shit because you're going to get money back. Like, no. I will go to the store, but I got a coupon for this and this and this. Like, I be trying to watch those coupon shows. I get anxiety.
All right, let's...
How you got a $300 coupon and don't spend $5?
But it's true. Listen, let's be real. You don't buy anything off the pro wrestling tee shop unless the 20% is going on.
Girl,
right?
Preach on it.
Right?
I never buy anything full price. Thank you.
No, me neither.
Unless I have
really,
to,
really
right?
want
Some
it,
things
then
you
I gotta
have
think
to
about
do.
it.
Right. Hey, it's
think
true.
you have to do that.
You gotta be, you gotta budget, and
Yep.
you want to look good, you want to look good for your boo, yourself, whatever, like you're on a budget, same thing with the pro wrestling tee shop.
Falling on a budget.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So
Especially now that there's some kind of wrestling coming on, so now it's like, okay, now we really got something to do. We've been saving all this money during this pandemic. Let's go spend it. And then it's like, oh, now I got a budget again.
Seriously, it's a mood, man. It's a total mood. Like my freaking Ulta credit card is crazy.
Yo, I
my
paid
Amazon
mine off after like 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a deal, man. So, but so what's going on with you guys since like the last time you guys been on the stream? Like, what's new? What's old? What's
Well, we gotta let Queen know because I was on with you a couple of weeks ago. We haven't seen Queen on here in forever.
It's been a while since the three of us been together.
I know.
Yeah.
We gotta make this happen in person though. Definitely.
Girls, this pandemic needs to get its life.
It really does.
People don't know how to wash their ass. Like, wash your ass. It's really good.
Wear a mask and wash your ass.
Yes,
There's your new shirt.
I'm telling you. Like, we were talking about this the other day on the phone, right? Because that's her thing, right? On her channel, right? So it's like, wash your ass, right? So I was like, you need merch, man. It should say in the front, wash your ass. And then on the back, it should say, you'll be aight. Because that's like what she always says, you'll be aight. So
You'll be aight.
You will. Like, if you feel triggered looking at my shirt, you'll be aight. So you're obviously doing something wrong if you're being triggered by me telling you to wash your ass.
I feel like, we should make a pact when like April comes out with this merch. We need to wear this into Synergy because I want to see how Colin reacts.
100%.
And we need to be on the camera side so that everybody who watches Fight, like sees all this. But
Proud represent. I'm gonna have your new merch that says "wash your ass," and then I'm gonna put like a carrot insert, and it says "wash your whole ass."
Whole ass. Yes.
It's a whole mood. Tiffany, remember when we went to CGCW in Jersey, right?
Yes.
Do you remember in the scramble match when AJ Gray came out by our seats?
Yes.
And he was so triggered because of the guy that sat to our left?
Yes.
He was triggered because that guy didn't wash his ass. He didn't. And AJ Gray was so pissed.
It's a serious thing. I mean, we could talk about this all the time, right? We're chicks, right? And for the most part, because I'm not going to say all, because you have those share too. This is why, like, April preaches this, wash your ass, or whatever. Like, it's the girls too.
I don't want to get started on the girls, but keep going.
But for the most part, like women, like they'll take their shower. Like I know when I go to a show, like I'm extra like that, right? Like you've both been to shows with me, right? I'm not really the girl that wears the wrestler shirt most of the time. Like I like looking cute. But that's just me, right? So I smell good. I talk about the story about the guy who sniffed me at a show and everything like that.
Please, that little fuck. You gotta tell that story too afterwards.
But for the most part, it's like, when you go to these shows, and I see it all the time when everybody complains, convention, shows, everything, like the people who stink, like, why don't you take a shower before you go to this stuff? Why can't you buy a brand new Old Navy shirt? Why does it have to be stained? I don't need to see this. She's dying. It's a disgusting.
You're not wrong. Like, I don't want to go to a show and have to just smell ass because I'm that person who will bring some Febreze and I'll spray you because I'm sorry. I paid money to enjoy a show, not deal with this stank ass because you don't know how to wash it.
We're going to really petition this thing. Yeah. Really.
Wait till I get my merch. I'm going to get little bottles of Febreze, some Clorox, hashtag wash your ass, people. It's okay.
And for the people that are new here, because we were talking about the sniffer or whatever like that, so this has been a thing that I've been telling for years or whatever, that I went to a show. I went to a show and I was standing on like outside and this guy was in front of me and then I don't know what possessed him. He turned around and he just freaking sniffed me. It was like what? What is going on right now? So I'll never forget that. And the funny thing is when I was with Queen, we saw him not only in Chicago, all right, we saw him in freaking GCW earlier this year as well. So Queen knows who he is because I pointed it out.
Queen knows because what Tiffany didn't tell you just now is that when we were in Chicago, he was walking his little sniffing ass all near her, and I was like, "Yo, like I'll take my hoops out. We will fight. Like step back." And Tiffany was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "No, you don't understand. I don't stand for guys like that." I was gonna like. It's
creepy. Don't be creepy. That's another thing, right? Like we talk about, don't be creepy. Okay, like me and April. Okay, we're single. Whatever. We go to these shows to have fun and to enjoy wrestling. We don't need to be getting sniffed at. We don't need to be followed. We don't need your creepy ass after us.
It's true.
Seriously, like I understand, it's nice, to see a woman at a wrestling show who looks like she bathes and everything, but there's a time and a place.
Right.
Also, you need to look like you bathe and take care of yourself for us to even say hi to you.
My biggest pet peeve is seeing a guy with a stained shirt. It drives me up it's like my biggest trigger. You don't understand. It triggers the shit out of me. Like oh my god, I'm so triggered right now. But like seriously, it's a real thing, man. Like I was scrolling through Facebook before and I saw this guy that I see at an indie show like all the time. He goes to all these indie shows and he was showing a picture of him and I think it was his kid or something like that. This big ass stain in the middle of the shirt. Why do you not look at yourself? This shit triggers the freaking hell out of me. And when I go to these wrestling shows and then the guy's trying to come at you, hitting on you, I have a problem with it because that's the first thing I see.
And the best part about that is when you see someone that looks like that, 9 times out of 10, no lie, they're wearing they're holding a merch shirt that they just purchased.
Yeah.
And they're still wearing the one with the stain on it.
And they're holding the belt.
The brand new one they just bought. 9 times out of 10, tell me I'm wrong.
Right, and they're holding a belt. They're holding a belt on top of it as well too. So really, like
you obviously have money to buy a shirt. Take whatever you have off. Go wash your fucking armpits with some deodorant and shit. Change your shirt, and then we can continue maybe.
Always the belt. Always the belt.
You have money for a $400 belt, right? But you can't spend $5 at Old Navy and go buy a shirt or go buy a 3-pack of Hanes for $9.99 or Fruit of the Loom or whatever it is, like because.
I can't do it.
I'm serious though. Look, I'm gonna start crying because I'm laughing so hard.
Listen, all we want to do is watch wrestling. We don't want to be creeped on. We don't want to be touched. We don't want to be sniffed. Surely, just let us live.
See, Christian said it in the chat. He spent the $9.99 on the WWE Network. If you can spend $9.99 on the damn WWE Network, why can't you buy Fruit of the Loom? Why? 3-pack. Don't come up to me.
So now that's the new standard. That's the new standard. If we see a guy with a stained shirt, we gotta ask him, does he pay $9.99?
No, don't do this.
No, and uses the free network, then boy, you gotta go.
Serious? Yep. I'm telling you, don't even try me because this will be shit that I will do on Indie Talks. Yes. I will freaking embarrass. Oh my God,
ask that question.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing that when I start going to these shows again, and I start doing like the video of Indie Talks at these shows. If somebody comes up to me, I'm gonna be like, "Can I ask you a question? Like, can you not afford like a freaking 3-pack of Fruit of the Loom or Hanes? Like seriously? Or if you're gonna go support your favorite wrestler, or you're gonna go buy the shirt, change your shirt. I don't need to see that big ass stain on your shirt."
I love it.
April's like, I don't even know. Like, where do we even go?
No, that's not even going to be the question. The question's going to be, do you have any streaming services that involve wrestling and you pay for it? If they say no, then they're broke as shit.
Okay.
But if they have 3 or more and they're still wearing that stained shirt, then ill. Go watch
Then
that.
Then you still gotta go.
Oh my God. So Chris is in the chat. He says degree costs $247. It takes $247 to buy some goddamn deodorant. Free $99 to put it on. He's not wrong though. I don't understand.
$3.99. I can't with this man. You're hilarious. Free $99. That needs to be a new thing.
It should be a shirt. Kyle, if you're listening, can you like make that shirt free $99? Like your graphics.
My God.
I can't even deal. Like this is like kind of like a different podcast, right? For the most time, I'm not ranting, but like when it comes to like this shit, I get really freaking triggered. It's a real thing, man. I get really freaking triggered. It's like my biggest pet peeve of like going to shows. It really freaking drives me crazy. But I see the same thing. Like I said, the conventions, it's the same thing. This is why I do not go to conventions at the same time, because everybody, it's like sausage fest. Okay. Like everybody's on top of each other and it's like, you stink. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you not wearing deodorant? Why are you not freaking, a clean shirt? And your $400 belt. It doesn't make sense to me.
$400 belt.
I can't. We are. Triple Threat is coming for the people. So,
yeah. For people. Listen, 2020 needs some help.
Yeah, okay? It does. Listen, we've completely lost it with the pandemic and everything. So, it's been really crazy. Friends, we've gotten even closer because of the conversations that we've been having and stuff. So,
yep.
I don't know. But anyway, so, okay, we'll get away from the Fruit of the Loom and the deodorant talk or whatever like that. I can't even deal.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we've had a lot of wrestling come back, guys. Like, what are you guys watching? Like, what have you guys been excited for? Like, tell me.
Go off, April.
It's too much. It's too much. It's driving me crazy. Now that we have all these indie shows coming back, I'm now finally having the time to watch them. And at the same time, I don't. I'm so behind on the last GCW 2 shows. I see the last Synergy show. And I've just been trying to keep on top of everything, unlike you guys who go wash your asses, I too have many networks that I pay for that I don't have time to do.
Yeah, but you don't come to my house with a stained shirt. So that's the good thing. Like, April doesn't, because I would freaking tell April, but like, girl, you got a stain on your shirt. I can't have it. I'll be triggered. It don't matter who you are. I'm gonna tell you. Don't come at me. Don't come at me with a stained shirt. It's my biggest pet peeve. It drives me crazy. It really does. It really, really does.
So I've just been trying to jam everything all at once, and it's a lot. It's too much. First, we complain we don't have enough wrestling, and now we have too much wrestling. There's no common ground. But at the same time, I'm not complaining. So it's die.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Finally, right? Like, finally, it's a problem that we have again, because I feel like, before COVID hit, there was 5 shows in a week, and I'm going, what is happening? And you want to see them all, of course, because you want to support everybody and whatever. And it's just not feasible. Some you have to sleep on for a little bit and then watch it later. But this past weekend, right, was so heavy with GCW 2 nights, Beyond, and Synergy, and so many other things that New Japan were popping off. And it felt like, not back to normal, because it's clearly not, but it felt more like it used to be, with so many options to watch. And like, it's such a pleasure to watch the indie scene right now, like setting the tone, setting the example of how to return in a pandemic safely.
Right.
I mean, GCW, the freaking last outlaws, the deathmatch kings and queens, okay? Explain to me why GCW is more sanitary than some of these big promotions.
You're right.
Explain that to me.
You're right. It's really crazy. It's
wild, right?
It's nuts, but that's good though. Like, that shows a lot for a promotion, I feel like. So it makes you want to support it more, and it makes you want to go to these shows. And like, I know, like me and April, and Ray, we were going to a lot of shows before the fact, and we've been very, very careful of what we've been going to. So even though we've been getting back of wrestling, we've still been scared to go to these shows. We went to Synergy because we knew that he was only going to be able to have 25% capacity, and it was so nice because me, April, and Ray got to go in earlier than they opened the doors to, so he let us do some of the stuff for the podcast, and it was nice knowing, and this is why I love Colin Death or whatever, but I was watching him set the chairs. So like with Synergy, never mind the fact, because I'm always going to put over Colin, and you girls would put over Colin as well, too, because he's just amazing. So to sit here on the podcast live and say this, like, I feel 100% comfortable at Synergy. And then, the guy, the promoter himself out there also handling, separating the chairs, making sure people are okay. It's really a really good thing. So I'm always going to support Colin, but it's nice to know that like I can actually go to the show and not worry about it. So, and they were giving little bottles of, what's it called? The sanitizer. So like the minute you walked in, they were giving you a bottle. So it was really nice as well. So GCW and, Synergy, like big props to you guys that you made that.
Huge.
It's so huge. So, and
it's such a huge thing. You're so right on that. And like I would have totally come with you if I lived closer. Like if I could have gone home in the same night, I would have joined you. I really would have, because once you see that and hearing what you guys and Ray had to say about the show after, and like watching it and seeing how safe it was, and Colin and everybody backstage made sure you guys were good. That made me more comfortable.
Right.
But this virus is crazy, but it's so nice to see the people that we support. And for a second, this past Synergy show, and the past two really, I'm so glad to see the hype around this promotion. Like all these indie people that we love are getting so much attention lately. It's making me so excited. So like there's your silver lining, if you will, for some COVID.
It is.
Because like Colin, like that is a dude that deserves the spotlight being thrust on that company for the people that he employs and the people that he contracts in, the whole team, his creative, the lighting, Ray's lighting, shout out to them.
Right.
Like that's like such a beautiful thing to come out of all this, I think.
Yeah. It really is. I'm so glad like I stumbled upon the promotion, and it's, like I preach it all the time. It's like, I will always like leave it to like Gangone, because I followed him, and that's how I kind of found Synergy. And it was cool too, because that I didn't realize like all you guys, like Queen and Mags and Heel Pops and Chair Shots, like you guys were all supportive of Synergy before I even knew about Synergy. So it was nice too that I got to introduce even April to it. So, but you're right that everybody's starring. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's so nice, because I feel like that's everybody who says that they got into Synergy. It's something like that. Oh, like what Tiff said. Oh, I followed this wrestler and I saw them at Synergy, or I saw that Tiffany watched it, so I'm gonna watch it. Or it's like so cool. It's like a little grassroots campaign.
Yeah.
Because when we met Colin last year over at former DYWTSB, and we were just like shooting the breeze and talking with him, and he contacted us and like wanting to like come on podcast, because that's another thing about Colin, right? He'll come on anybody's show at any time, and he appreciates the wrestling podcast scene so much. And I love that, because the love for Synergy has grown. And Heel Pops and Chair Shots, they were like day one with these guys. So big props to them, because that's how I first saw them talking about the show, and I'm like, who's this? I'm like, all right, let's check it out. That's the best part about our little group, right?
Yeah.
We turn each other on to different promotions that we may have not necessarily watched before.
Yeah, it's definitely a great thing.
I love it. Like, because I found you ladies, like, I was still getting into the indie scene, but you guys have opened up my eyes to so much more that whenever there's shows, I want to go. And there's new promotions, I want to test the waters and see what I like. And that's one thing I love about, being a wrestling fan that I am. Like, I'm always willing to check out something new and try something new. And with Synergy, I've only gone to 2 shows of theirs, and I always had a great time. Even the last show, we had to make up for all the lost time. And when you watch it back on Fight TV, all you hear is Tiff and I screaming the entire time.
Okay.
We just missed it so much, but the card was so good. We were so happy to see everyone. Like, I love the vibe there. Like, it's so, like, it's family friendly, and it's awesome. I'm ready to go back to the next one.
First thing is, we popped for every single thing, because it was the first show, an arm bar, Queen, an arm bar, we popped.
Yeah.
That's how, like, we were in need of freaking wrestling. Then we were throwing streamers at Casey Catal. Like, I freaking love her to death. Like, and like hashtag Chop Ray Day. 7-Eleven is hashtag Chop Ray Day officially.
Officially.
I can't. And then on top of that, yeah, I'm really popping for arm bars.
For everything.
Yeah.
Well, you're starved for it, right? Yes.
It was a good thing, and I'm just like laughing. I'm just thinking about that day. It was such a good thing. Like, I can't wait for the day that Queen gets to like hang out with us at a Synergy show. Like, it's gonna be absolutely crazy.
Mayhem.
Yeah, it's
mayhem.
It's Colin's not ready. Like, you know, I feel like you know, we're a little clique. And it's funny because of that Wrestling for a Cause show. We took up like the whole front row, like a whole shitload of us, and we were so loud. And that's what we need to do at Synergy. We need to we need Queen. We need our girl Katrina. I know that she was in the chat. We need our friend Victor. We need to go and be loud and supportive.
Squad.
Yeah, the squad, the
whole squad,
and we have to be wearing wash your ass shirts.
Okay, yes. You're gonna have hashtag wash your ass shirts. I want to lose my voice. I want to scream for everything. Like, we have been so deprived of live wrestling, and like you both said, we have lists of dates of wrestling shows that we were going to.
Right.
Yes. It's like, sorry,
together too.
I know.
2020 is done. It's like, okay,
this sucks.
But I'm really glad that we're getting that, and all these, you know, independent promotions are learning how to deal with social distancing and know that, you know, despite everything going on, they do have a loyal wrestling fan base, and we want nothing but the best for these promotions. Well, at least most of us, we love these promotions. We want to see them live, and you know, it was like with the ICW show, it was the first one, and you know, we wanted to go, but we weren't sure how they were.
We were nervous.
Social distancing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's why we kind of passed on it, but now we see Synergy, GCW. I can't wait to see other promotions, see what they do with social distancing, because they know. Yeah. We want to go to shows.
Right.
We're ready. We've been locked up for months.
Even beyond.
We need to let all this frustration out.
Yeah. Even Beyond Wrestling was pretty good too. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Paradigm Pro Wrestling. Have y'all ever seen that one? Paradigm Pro Wrestling out of Midwest?
No, not that one.
Let me tell you. Yeah. Let me tell you. They just put on their Heavy Hitters tournament. It's on Independent Wrestling TV.
Okay.
Yo.
Good.
Paul Radrick was the champ on that one. Matthew Justice was there. Tim Lawler was there. Let me tell you, that show went off. Calvin Tankman was at that show. Jay Rose was doing the ring announcing. So that was the night before GCW Homecoming Night 1.
Wow.
Listen, Paradigm has some sleepers that you're going to want to check out. So that's something I'll put y'all on.
Oh,
Heavy Hitters 2. You know, I'll watch anything with Matthew Justice.
I know. I just instantly think of her with Matthew Justice. Like, instant.
That's
just instant.
Sorry,
I
Mr.
know.
Queen,
Sure, yeah. Like, BLP is another one that I really, like, enjoy. So I know they're coming back. Yeah. Warrior Wrestling. They're coming back too. Shout out to Metal, because I know he like goes to all these shows and he shows me like when Spooky Dust.
Spooky Dust.
I was laughing so hard the other day because I was so excited with all the damn light tubes, and I love even Synergy, right? Like, I love when I go to Synergy and then like I start seeing the tweets. They're like, I hear Tiffany. So I love it. Like, also too, like when we're watching like GCW and like we're live tweeting and it's like somewhere in New York, Tiffany's screaming for freaking light tubes, and like I love it. I can't get enough of it. So
that last show that y'all three were at, I was like, oh, I hear them all. Oh, you heard with us.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, I hear my people.
I love how we were throwing streamers and it hit Casey, and Casey went with it during she started dancing with this. So when I was on, shout out to Rob on Bob Culture, when I did the stream with him when we interviewed Casey on his channel, she didn't realize that it was me and April that threw the stream. She goes, that was you? I go, yeah, that was me. And she started dying. She goes, I felt kind of trashy. She goes, but I went with it. I'm like,
she did her cute little dance.
I love her. Like,
she's so sweet. She's awesome.
She's one of my favorite people. She just like hung out with me in April for like a long time. We were just talking. Then we were talking about makeup and all this stuff. I love how she tweeted the night before that Synergy show. She goes, I feel so much pressure because of me in April of the makeup, like that shit.
I don't know. I'm going to feel pressure by the way my makeup looks. And I'm like, you're fine. I didn't even wear makeup because it was so hot. I'm like, you can wear it for the both of us. It's okay.
Oh, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Conrad's in there, Christian's in there, yep. Cupid Girl's in there. Shout out to you guys. And shout out to you guys. I see you in Facebook, too. Thank you so much for joining. Share the stream. We're a hoot today. It's just too funny.
Yeah, I just finished my third drink, so you never know what might happen.
All right, so, okay, let's see. Are there any updates on the list of husbands? You don't have to give me, like, numbers, but are there any updates on the list of husbands? Blake Christian is officially on my list of husbands, and Akira is on the list of husbands, because, oof.
I feel like I asked somebody on the list of Puppies. Yes. I added Akira on the list of Puppies.
Yo.
I was like, okay.
That was that podcast I did with him, that interview. If you guys didn't see it, go on to Under the Ropes episodes with Akira. Oh my God. That was almost like a 2-hour podcast. That guy is great. That is an up-and-comer guy. I'm telling you, keep an eye for him. Oh my goodness, he's gorgeous. Like,
yes.
Those eyes though.
Those eyes.
Having the show, I'm texting her, I'm like, what color is eyes?
And his dog though.
I have a thing for eyes, and I'm like, no, we've seen him at the show. I can see what he does, and I'm like, okay, kind of cute. I'm like, oh my God, what color are those eyes? That's it. He's on the list. That's it.
Akira, you're on the list of husbands and the list of Puppies over here. Okay, just so you guys know.
I love freaking Stan. There are two. I got 2 updates.
Okay.
I've added 2 names. One is Matt McIntosh.
Ooh, okay.
You know what?
The bad apple. There's some. Listen, I have a weakness for bad boys. It's a terrible thing, but it is fucking true. So he's on there, and then I added Chris Dickinson after these couple of days watching him wrestle. Like, just the way that he moves people, I'm just like, oh God.
It's the drawstrings. Don't lie.
Get
the fan.
Honey.
Get the fan.
You can't do that to me. You can't. And then also I didn't have him on before, but he's slowly, like, Dexter Lumis can probably get it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I've been debating on putting him on my list of husbands because I'm like, yo, he's kind of creepy, but I kind of dig it. But I shouldn't. No. But my heart is telling me, yeah.
But my heart is yes.
So conflicted. I don't know what to do.
You know, it's funny. What was it? So during the Synergy show, we were looking at the Whisper, and Brad. Brad was like, "Yo, that is Alex Zane's brother." Like, pretty much. So I tweeted at Alex Zane, and I was like, my friend over here saying that that's your brother, that he belongs on the list of husbands. And then Zane wrote me back. He's like, yeah, I worked with him. He's definitely hubby material. So,
listen, if Alex Zane says he's hubby material, we all have to add him.
Yes, right now. Add him. Add him right now.
I'm talking to Ray, and I'm like, he looks like Tits Tight. Yeah, he's totally Tits Tight.
He's got the hair like Zane, even though it's like a different color. It's like that lighter blue. But like I could see like where people would think he's my type. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, like he's not on the list, even though Zane gave the blessing for him to be on the list of husbands. But Blake Christian is definitely on the list of husbands. And Brad's having a field day with me. Okay, so we're going to talk about this, all right? Let's all be real here. If you guys did not know, I was not a Jordan Oliver fan at all. I know. Yeah, you guys know, but anybody listening, I was not a Jordan Oliver fan. The Synergy show that we went to, I was very impressed. Okay, and then to watch him again this weekend between Synergy and GCW, I am really impressed. So like Brad's like, I'm waiting for Jordan Oliver to be on the list of husbands. I'm like, that man is a child. He can be my son.
His balls just dropped. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's like 22. Let's
No,
relax.
he just turned 21. He just turned 21. Yeah.
He's 21. He's like a literal baby. So, but listen, Homeboy put on some pounds over, like, in a great way.
See,
I was like, okay.
He looks like he's getting bigger and his bones getting deeper. Like, oh my God, he's hit puberty.
He's a heavyweight. Yes, he put on that in the best way. He looks so good. I mean, this weekend, especially in that match with Myron Reed at Synergy this weekend.
Yes.
Girl,
it's so good.
He is really talented and whatever. And it's so funny because, like, when you watch Jordan Oliver in GCW, you hate this man.
Yeah.
Hate him.
Right.
And then you watch him in Synergy and you're just like, how weird was it to see him versus Tony Deppen, and Tony Deppen is the one getting booed out the building.
Yeah. And it's funny because we're used to him. We're used to Tony Deppen being the heel, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird, but like I always say, I preach it all the time. I love freaking heels. I freaking love. I will cheer for them. Even if they tell me don't cheer for them, I'm still going to cheer for them. So, I mean, we all know this. Like, I'll go see Gangone and I'll be the only chick cheering for him and everybody's booing him and stuff like that. She's died. Like, I'll always go back to the what's it called? The poster that we made, the #1 husband, and he ripped the sign. So, I mean, I think
that show was so funny because Tiff is cheering and you just hear from him in the ring, don't cheer for me. I'm bad.
Don't cheer for me.
He did. I have it on video. I gotta post that clip up again because that shit was funny. He's like, don't cheer for. No, he yelled at April's friend Victor. Shout out to Victor. Like, he yelled at him. He's like, don't cheer for me, you idiot. And I was just.
We're like, we cheer for who we want to. You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, don't tell me how to live my life, okay? Go buy a Fruit of the Loom shirt.
That's right.
Hashtag buy a Fruit of the Loom shirt. That's gonna be the thing now. Maybe that needs to be a merch shirt or something like that.
God.
Oh my goodness, I can't. But no, I love the heels. So, but I really thought Jordan Oliver was taking that tournament.
Me too.
That was my pick the entire time.
I was like, freaking A, Depp. I'm like, all right.
I'm
so excited.
I love Deppen to death. I mean, hey, me and Queen, we interviewed him. You know, that's on the channel too. He's such a sweetheart. So
love Tony Deppen.
I think it's funny how it's like the most nicest guys play the best heels, right?
Yeah, they do.
Really do.
It's true.
They really, really do. Like
Killer Cross, right? Too.
Yeah.
Add that to the list.
Oh my God.
He's a dastardly heel, but like the nicest human. And it's the same with Tony Deppen. Tony Deppen will tell you, fuck you to your face, right? But he'll go on Twitter and defend your ass and say, wear a mask and stop being a dick. And, Black Lives Matter and protect our women and fuck you. Like, he's so great like that. Isn't that wild?
It's so funny when we went to ITW back in January. And I saw Killer Cross, and I'm like, oh my God, who's that? I think I'm in love.
Yeah, right?
He's going around doing autograph signings, and I get nervous because,
that was her first.
I'm like, oh my God, Killer Cross, he's so tall. Oh my God, he's so sexy. So Victor's like, go meet him. And I'm like, all right. So I actually got to speak with him for a bit. I was like, oh my God, he's so nice.
Right?
I love how I had to break her in to start meeting the wrestlers because I did that at the House of Glory show. They were like, "Where's Tiffany going?" Like, like Tiffany's just going in the back to go chill with her peeps at House of Glory. And then like they followed me, and then they were like shocked, right? But you guys met like so many people back there. So
it was crazy. It was just like, can we go there? And she said, yeah, come. And I went with my friends and like, can we do this? And I'm like, I don't know. Let's go find out.
Let's go find out.
It's funny because we were talking with Francis Kip Stevens yesterday. He's another one, guys. Like, he's on Synergy. He's on Creator Pro. Like, love our chat with him yesterday, too. And he was saying it's like the fans, and we were talking about independent wrestling and how you can't really go to like, let's say like a mainstream like WWE or AEW, and you can't really like right after the match like go after and go chit chat with these wrestlers. Right. So that's the nice experience that I love going to like these indie shows, because a lot of times they'll do it even before. Like I know Excellence in Pennsylvania, which was kind of cool because like an hour before they had like meet and greets, and I think you paid $10. I think it was. You get in like, an hour earlier, and then you get to meet everybody who was available to meet and take pictures and have autographs with, which was pretty freaking cool. So even that, like $10 is nothing compared to like, okay, like some of these guys, they're pretty, like I waited 3 years and I caved in to meet Seth Rollins. It was $150 to meet Seth Rollins. I did not want to do it because he was the original Lista husband. And that was like my love, my everything. And every time like it came around, I'm like, I'm not paying $150. I'm not paying $150. I caved in finally. But again, $10 up against $150. I'd rather go pay the $10 to go meet a whole bunch of independent stars. And then on top of that, you have that intimate experience at a show. So, or even after the show. Like a lot of times you don't even have to do it. Like some of them, they don't even charge you. They don't even charge you for like a picture.
They
like
don't.
Maybe they'll be like, okay, well, or they'll do like, oh, if you buy a shirt or if you buy like a DVD, they'll give you the picture for free. So it's still a lot cheaper than meeting a WWE star that you're going to spend like $100 and something for. So 100%. I think those are the best, the best experiences. And even with us all doing, content creating between the three of us, it's nice even having those conversations. A lot of these wrestlers that we've had on, that we've interviewed, I mean, I'm sure even like Queen can vouch for it, that we've become really good friends with in real life. So
in real life. Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool, like how when you go up to these people, they're just humans,
right?
Right? They're normal people like everybody else, and they love, for the most part, love to talk to everybody. And they're just like, they'll shoot the shit with you. They'll have a drink with you. Yeah. We had drinks and shots with Joey Janela. Like, they're just do whatever they're going to do. And they're really chill about it. And you can have, like, if you went outside, I don't smoke, but like you can have a cigarette with them because they're all chilling and probably smoking or doing some, right?
Yeah.
So it's super fun and they're so nice. And, like when we went to GCW, we met Alex Zane, Blake Christian. Did you talk to Chris Dickinson?
Yes, I did. I did. Because it was like like a bucket list for me. Like I have like bucket lists of people I haven't met. He was definitely one.
And then Effie, of course. And that was like the shining moment of my whole life. By the way, that man gives the best hugs ever.
He's so sweet.
Ever.
Oh my God.
Sweet. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe that you came and you said hello to me. And I'm like,
I know.
Yeah. Like, do you know who you are?
He's like, did you have fun? Like, yeah, he was so sweet. And like, even when I went up to him and I was like, this is my first GCW show live. He goes, it is. I'm like, yeah. He's like, did you have fun? And I was like, yes.
I'm like crying. He's like, oh my God. He's like, what's up, baby? And I was like, I don't know. I just feel so good now because you gave me this great hug. And like, this was the best night ever. I'm with Tiffany. Mr. Q came and Brad was there. And we met Alex Zane. And we had like the best time ever.
Oh my God. I went nuts. I was not leaving GCW. I stayed inside. I refused to leave until I met Zane. I'm like, I'm not leaving until I meet Zane. I was like, no way. I said, me and Queen just had this interview with him. I was like, this gorgeous man. Okay, I'm just going to drop it now, guys. Wide as well. So, Alex Zane is coming back. He's just going to give me a date. He told me probably next week, and Queen is going to do part 2 with me with Alex Zane. So, I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited.
Wait to grill his ass.
I know. My God, that hair. Okay, so, question. Best meet and greet. Is it Effie for you, Queen, or... Best ever, hands down.
Best ever?
Yes, best ever, hands down.
Okay. Well, I already said the Effie story, which, by the way, that's how I was lucky enough to get him on my show, because I was just like, do you want to come gossip with me? And he was like, hell yeah, I'll spill all the tea. And I was like, great. So, like, that was, like, the most fun. But I'll tell you what, back in 2017, I've met a lot of really cool people, and that I love, like, so much. But one that is really special to me was when... it was 2017. I was in a high school gym in Connecticut, and Cody was there, and he was the Northeast champion from Northeast Wrestling, and he was there signing autographs, of course, and taking pictures. And my brother is a huge Cody Rhodes fan. Now, this was when Cody Rhodes was in Ring of Honor and New Japan, right? So this was that era. There was no AEW.
Okay.
This was about the same time that Fuck the Revival, LOL your shirt, happened, right? So my brother and I went up to Cody. Mr. Q was taking the pictures, and I was like, we just had a full out, I'm not kidding you when I say this, it must have been 8 to 10 minute conversation, just him and I and my brother and together, like both of our meet and greets together.
Wow.
It was long. He was personable. He was like, thank you so much for coming. And I was like, tell me about New Japan. And he's like, oh my God, it was like the best experience of my life. And he was talking about Brandy going over there and his meetings with the president of New Japan. And he asked, like, what did we like about what was going on with being the elite? he asked what we liked about his stuff with the Bullet Club, and his relationship with Kenny was kind of almost on the rocks at this point, and things were a little crazy. He was like diving in to ask questions about what we thought of what he was doing.
Oh, wow.
And I'm sitting here like, I'm talking to Cody Rhodes, like, this is happening? And he was like, yeah, like, what did you think about that? And I was like, what do you mean, what do I think about it? Who gives a shit what I think? What do you think about it, right? He was so nice, and he took like a couple pictures with me and a couple pictures with my brother. And then the second half of like the night, when it was over, he did a second meet and greet photo op in the ring after he defended the belt. And he defended the belt against Ricochet, actually, which is hilarious.
Wow.
Right. So what a match, right? And so we get in the ring, he's all sweaty, and he remembered my brother and I and picked up the conversation from 5 hours previous.
Wow. How cool.
Like, I will always, like, Cody Rhodes' character makes me angry sometimes, but like the man, I will always respect. That's like probably the best experience that I've had, just because he made it super personal. And he did that for everybody in the building. You know, it wasn't just me.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Like when I've gone to, even when I went with Kyle to Full Gear, we were at StarCast. Like he was very chatty, and like Kyle pointed to me, and then like him and Brandy waved to me. And I think when I was at Ring of Honor in Manhattan Mayhem, I think it was one of those shows that he was chatting with my friend, and then he started talking to me, and I was like, oh wow, like I didn't like do the meet and greet, but then he just started talking to me, and I thought that was so sweet. So he's great, very humble. What about you, April? What's the best one?
You know, I haven't really met a lot of wrestlers, so I'm just like thinking the experiences that I've had. You know,
right.
I had the pleasure of meeting Angel Garza back in February, which I almost got hit by a car for, but you know,
oh god,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh
We're in
god.
the parking lot, and my ex-co-host at the time, he goes, oh, go say hi to Angel Garza. And I'm like, no, I don't want to say hi. I think I'm nervous. So then he's like, she wants to take a picture of you. And he's like, okay, come. So I'm walking, and this guy starts to speed up, and I'm like, no, I don't want to die in Florida. And she's like, go take a picture with him. So, like, I didn't really get to speak with him because it was he just left NXT, so I already know I didn't want to take up too much of his time. But, you know, I got to say, when our first show together, Tiff, when we went to House of Glory, and we basically had a hype party.
Oh my god!
Private party, and that moment was so dope. You know, we were being able to talk to them, and they were trying to kick us out. So while they're kicking us out,
he's with us. Yeah, and he's hanging out with us.
Just taking pictures of Isaiah, thinking it's a video, and thankfully I had my live mode on my phone, so we made like a bunch of little gifts, and we were just getting so hyped, screaming, everyone's getting annoyed, but we were just crowding and just leaving the place. I was like, wow.
That was
so this is wrestling. Like it was awesome. You know, I haven't really gotten the opportunity to, have a conversation with a wrestler like I did with Killer Cross a little bit, which made me happy because I got to ask him when I'm gonna get a match with Moxley, and I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to watch Ray's channel to see, because they fight all the time. See, Ray, I'm not protesting your channel today.
But you see, April's lying because she chats with wrestlers all the time because we hang out with Adam Kane and Leroy Green. So don't even play. Yeah. We hang out with them like on the reg. So
yeah, but we can't talk about those conversations.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. We're not talking about the conversation. But she said that she doesn't talk to wrestlers. Meanwhile, we were chilling in a barcade with Leroy Green on one of April's friends' birthdays and like played video games and buying drinks and stuff. So shout out to you.
Even my friends had like fanboys.
Yeah, they fanned.
My close friends is a wrestling fan. And when I told him, I said, oh, Leroy Green is here. He's like, who? And I'm like, the Switch Kid. So he meets him and they're like, oh. I'm like, come say hi. And they're like, I don't know. I'm nervous. He's a wrestler. And I'm like, it's not that serious. Like, he plays video games. So my friend's like, you're a wrestler? That serious? That's so cool. And then we just got to hang out and stuff. So it was a cute little moment.
Okay, so it was great. It's just and they're dope, and like I love them dearly, and they're just great people. I have two favorites. The first favorite is Chicago at the Pro Wrestling Tee Shop, and I had to meet the Young Bucks. And I was with Datila, who's in the chat. Shout out to you. And Maria, who I love to death. If you guys are not following her, go follow her with all her artwork and the BTEs and all the, she's just dope. I love her. So I got to hang out with her and our boy Moose and Jesse, like all you guys, like, you guys are great. I miss all you guys. So, but it was just so cool to like go up to the Young Bucks, and the video is still pinned on my Twitter account. It's like the favorite thing. And I had to do the Matt autograph, and that will always be a sentimental thing. Actually, you know, it's probably the 3 because I'm thinking about the Scorpio Sky with the chocolate kiss, because I just love those bits with BTE. They play such an important bit. But to have the Matt autograph, because it was bucket list for me, I had to have that. And they're the most humblest people like you'll ever meet. And like, I tried so hard not to laugh, but Nick started laughing, so that made me start laughing, because I was doing good until fucking Nick was in the background laughing, and I'm like, damn it. Like, so that's the first best one. The second best one is always going to go when I first met Anthony Gangone, because my friend Jimmy and everybody around me just threw me under the bus the entire time at the show. And I went into the bathroom, and the door wasn't locking, right? So I had Jimmy stand guard for the bathroom, right? And then all of a sudden you hear, "Oh, Mr. Gangone, Tiffany's in the bathroom." And I'm like, oh my God, what are you freaking doing? Like, what is going on? I was like, so it's like mental, like now it's like I can't pee now because I'm all freaked out that I'm like, there's this guy throwing me under the fucking bus with like this wrestler who's #1 husband. Okay, this was the first time that, even though like I just had him on the podcast, he didn't know who the hell I was. He never met me. He didn't know who I was. He didn't know the fact that I was a fan of him for like 6 years. So the entire time, anybody who came near me was like, yo, Tiffany fucking loves you. And I'm like, oh, like beat red. So I think that will always be my best experience, because it was finally for him to come up to me and like talk to me, and we took the picture together. When I asked our friend Isaac to take the picture, and then he was like, yeah, Tiffany's like in love with you and shit like that. So, and then of course that's like my favorite pic, and that's on my little, excuse me, I won't say shrine, I'll say shelf, because I got yelled at for calling it a shrine. That is creepy. But anyway, but yeah, so that will always be the best. And then he took it like that. He was like kissing me on the cheek or whatever like that. So that will always be like one of my favorite memories of Anthony Gangone. So it's between those two. So, oh my God, these are the things. That's what I'm saying. It's so important. They're the best thing. No, Ray, shut up. Now he's talking about dropkick depression. So the week after, or whatever, a couple weeks later, what he's talking about in the chat, dropkick depression, I took Ray. It was the first time that me and Ray hung out like together, and we went to go talk to Anthony after. When I went up to Ant, because at that point, like, I still couldn't freaking talk to Anthony in person. So I went up to him, and then I go, oh, I brought a friend. And then, of course, you know, Ray made a face at Anthony, and I'm like, I'm not that bad. And he made another face, and, you know, I'll forever hold that on you, you punk ass. You damn punk ass. Like, I'm not that bad. Like, seriously. So, but yeah, that was a great time. A lot of great promotions. And I know Queen loves Eric Corvus. That was the first time I actually saw Eric Corvus. Oh my God,
Eric Corvus!
Yes, I gotta get him on the podcast. And like,
Stan.
He's another one.
I'm obsessed. Look, he's so... First of all, he's great in the ring, right? But he's hilarious on commentary. Every time he's on Synergy, I'm in, because he just doesn't give a shit. He's just like, I'm gonna say how it is. I'm gonna say how I feel. Yep. Someone's music is a bop. I'm gonna dance. Yeah. I was like, yes, honey.
He shouted you out during the stream.
He did. He kept saying my name, and I was like, yes, baby, I love you. You better dance. And screw you, Nicholas K. Okay, I for telling my boy he can't dance.
I have to post the video of the Dropkick Depression, and Eric Corvus was in. It was a 6-way. Anthony Gangone was in it. Damn, who else was it? Our girl, Swole? Is that not Big Swole? It was the other girl. Oh, I can't think of her name now. Anyway, there was I think it was a 6-way, and then it was the most funniest thing because Eric Corvus got thrown right in front of me and Ray, and then he was like, "Ow!" Like, I swear to God, it sounded like a cat. but he was saying ow, and it was the most funny. Like, I have it, I'm gonna post it like after this podcast. I have to go find the video and post it. It was the most funniest video. So in that moment, I just loved Eric Corvus. I was like, I love this guy. I was like, this guy is great. Solo darling. So why am I saying Solo darling? Thank you. I couldn't remember her name. So she's another chick that you guys gotta like follow. She's a little beach. She comes out with the dog. And oh my god, there's so much independent wrestling and wrestlers. I can't keep up with everything.
A good time, honey.
Seriously.
Really
good time.
So yeah, hopefully we all get to go to a show soon. Like, I'm really looking forward to that. So oof. Yeah. So what are you guys looking forward to coming up?
Oh man. AEW always every week.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Gotta see the husbands. Hello.
Gotta see the husbands. Especially number 1. Ooh, honey.
Yes. Get the fan. Gotcha.
And then let's see what else we got. We got GCW's doing another show. Synergy has stuff coming in August.
Violence and Suffering.
And New Japan will be doing the G1 Climax. So pumped for that.
I liked last year's.
That's great.
I liked last year's. Last year's was really, really good.
Last year was lit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. That's what I'm looking forward to, yeah.
I think Brad said there's an IWA show this weekend that's supposed to be really stacked, he told me. It's in the West Coast. He says really, really stacked. And then I like listening to metal. He's another one that likes a lot of the stuff on the West Coast, so I love hearing about the Warrior Wrestling coming up. Yep. So that's a stacked card as well too. Impact's been making its breakthrough as well. I mean, I don't watch Impact, but I watched that last pay-per-view. It was pretty good. Different. Pretty good. That women division's really good. So
they got a lot of potential up in there, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Christian said chat queen. Also, New Japan is doing their first open air stadium show in like 20 years this summer.
Wild, right?
Oh, wow.
I'm really excited for that. It's outside, open air. I'm like, what? It's in a beautiful little stadium. It's been, like 20 years.
Wow.
It's insane. I'm really excited. New Japan's going to be popping off. There's going to be a lot of new things. They just announced the KOPW, I think it is, that Okada came up with. It's like a trophy. Oh, wow. So instead of a belt, it's a trophy that you win and carry around, and you have to fight for it, and it resets at the start of every year. So there's a lot of new things happening in New Japan. So
I know I can't do it. There's too much.
Too much. I listen. This is why I don't watch WWE anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah, there's
too much for me.
It's a lot.
I only watch the pay-per-views because I can't keep up with all these weekly shows. I just can't.
It's killing me. It's hard because it's like you kind of still want to have a life outside of wrestling.
Right. Yes, that's it.
You still want to have a life outside of wrestling, but I love wrestling so much, but it's hard to keep up with everything, and it was a lot of wrestling this past weekend. You're right, like Synergy and GCW back to back and Beyond. I was so glad to see Beyond.
Like, there's so many shows I'm so behind on. Like, I do need to finish watching the New Japan Cup. I want to start watching Stardom. And then I'm over here, like, I need to start watching more wrestling. I'm like, but can I take a break? And I'm watching different stuff on YouTube, and I feel guilty because I'm not watching wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what has this world done to me?
I know.
Why am I like this?
Sorry.
It's a lot, though. It's a lot.
I think I destroyed April a little bit in the independent side.
Yo, like, I have so much to watch, and I be watching wrestling at work. That's how people know me. I don't talk to anybody at my job, and they're like, oh yeah, she watches wrestling. I'm like, why? And I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm watching wrestling and doing my work. Like, no.
Oh, I have to ask. Where is your Jon Moxley?
He's away right now.
He's away right now. Is that what you just said?
Damn.
He's away right now. Listen,
so
I am not ready to expose my husband to the world. I'm not ready yet.
So if you guys didn't see, for April's birthday, I bought a blow-up doll and I put Jon Moxley's face on it, and then I put the belt on him. It was probably, I was dying. This was probably like one of the best things that I thought of. I was
He's
so
like right next to me, but I'm not ready.
I was so excited when I came up with this concept. I text Queen and I go, I gotta show you something. I was like, I'm freaking dying right now, and I had to send her. Like I'm telling you, when I put, like, Ray was in my house. And I was sitting here, I swear to God, I was like almost in tears. I lost it because it was so perfect how I got the perfect picture of his face and I put it on the blow up doll. And then on top of that, I found like a picture of the AEW belt and I taped it on him too. So it was and then on top of that, the blow up doll had like black shorts and it kind of reminded me of like when he was in New Japan. So I was losing my shit. So it was probably like the best present that I could give April. So, but she was really scared.
It's the best present I've ever received. And when I saw the picture, I was like, oh my God, you can see the blue in his eyes. He's so beautiful.
He's so beautiful.
I think she was scared for weeks. She was scared for weeks. She was so scared. And then I think it was even funnier when it was sitting on my couch. And then she was like, I'm scared. And I knew because I know her so well that like I knew her reaction was going to be the best. That's why I had to take it on video because I knew it was going to be one of those videos that I could just die at because she just lost her shit when she pulled the top piece off and then saw his head.
It's awesome. I loved it. I love everything about it.
That's good shit.
It's just funny because I have him and then I'll just leave my room and then I'll walk in and he's on the side. I'm like, oh my God. I'm scared. I've lost how many times I've scared myself coming into my own room. And then I get worried because I'm like, oh my God, my cat might kill him. She might claw him. Like she looks to him like, what is that?
I love it. It's all good shit. So, but anyway. We've been rambling on for an hour, so.
Oh my God!
I love it. That's why it's ladies' night. So, but we're gonna make you guys want more. So we're definitely gonna do this again because I love these two to death, and it's always a good time. And I love ladies' night, and you know we can always give updates of updated list of husbands and stuff and what's going on. And guys, let us know your list of husbands if there's anybody new. I really want to know. I put a tweet out today too. I wanted to see if anybody changed their list of husbands. So, and people did. I was very impressed by the stuff that was being tweeted at me today. So, but
the list is a lot of work.
It's a very serious thing, right? Like
it's very serious.
It's a serious thing that we have to keep going with it. And one of my friends is supposed to make a design, like a legit design for me of the list of husbands. So I'm really excited for when that comes out. So, but it's a serious thing, guys. So get with it. So let me know if you guys are watching this later. Leave your list of husbands or your list of wives below because I really love to. So if you guys aren't following these two, you should be. Like, what are you doing? If you're not. So tell them again where they can find you. I did put your description in the description below, but tell everybody if this is the first time that they're listening to you, tell them where they can find you at.
All right, girl. Thank you. Well, first, thanks for hosting us, Tiff. What a blast. So much fun with the triple threat.
Yes.
Y'all can find me on Twitter at the Queen of Any, on Instagram at @TheQueenOfAny. My show Queen's Court is part of Smart to Death Radio, honey, every single Wednesday. On that, any platform that you ever listen to podcasts ever. So come check me out. And every Sunday I drop the Queen and Pops Experience.
Yay!
Same thing. Anywhere that you find podcasts, just check for Queen's Court and it'll be there, honey. And then, I have this other little thing that I do on Fridays. And someone right here is going to be on this Friday. # Cup of Joy.
Ooh.
You'll want to tune in for that one because it is a chat.
Ooh. I'm excited. Can't wait to hear it.
Good time.
I gave you so much love, Tiff. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
I'm just in the conversation. I'm like, wait, I gotta mention Tiff.
Aw, I love you too. You guys are the bomb.com.
Oh yeah, she talked about your look.
Oh, oh, I can't wait to hear it. Yeah, she did. She came to my house. She did my look. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So, and go ahead, April. Tell everybody where they could find you.
You guys can find me at Brooklyn Wolf of Makeup, both on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me or find me on YouTube at Beating Faces, one word. Guys, if you're single and you wash your ass, it's okay to learn a little bit about makeup. Women like that. So tune in and I will help you find a way. And also come and talk wrestling with me.
We need this merch to come out. Like seriously, we need to make this happen because I really want to go to a Synergy show and I want us all. You know, what would be even funnier? Like we get the guys to wear the shirts too. Like you just see like a row at Synergy. Maybe we could get Darren from These Wolves. Shout out to you, Darren. We love you to death. Maybe we could get him to wear a shirt. Maybe we get Ryan T to wear a shirt. Like, hey,
Ryan T. Yes.
That's our boy. And maybe we can get Colin to wear a shirt. That'd be great. Yes. So you never know. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for joining and listening to us three crazy chicks. So ladies night was a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys so much. I love you to death, and we're definitely going to do this again because I can't get enough of the both of you. Like, I love working with both of you so much. So, but yeah, so guys, thank you so much for another episode of the Wrestle Forum. Again, I'm your stressed out host as always. I'm telling you, this is going to be the thing now. The EVP Eagles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, and the girl who loves biscuits at Cracker Barrel. So.
Oh my God.
Who doesn't love biscuits at Cracker Barrel? Seriously,
yes. But...
Speak on it.
And the side of bacon, too. Anyway. I can't. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And make sure you subscribe, like, and share. And we guys will talk to you soon. Bye.
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 Comes on.